most important thing when you're learning a new language is to have some sort of North Star. This is kind of an I made it moment when you'll know all of your hard work and dedication is paid off. For me, I study Japanese, so my North Star is actually traveling there and knowing conversational Japanese. Our daughter's pretty young and definitely can't tolerate a really long flight right now. And so we're looking at maybe 5 years out before we actually go. And so that's kind of the perfect time to really get to that level of conversational fluency. And language learning is, of course, a lifelong process, but if you have something to look forward to grasp on as the goal, the thing that will show you that you've made it, that really helps. It gives you something to work toward instead of just working consistently toward no real end goal. The second step in making language learning an effective habit is to find a trigger. This is something that happens every day that tells you it's time to shift gear into learning that language. My schedule kind of goes in this cycle of her naps and my work, and so really good time is after my work day is done. Her second nap is kind of later in the afternoon, around 4 p.m., and that gives me time to slot in Japanese studying. So as soon as she goes down, I get on and study, even if it's just like 15 minutes. So whenever makes the most sense for you, whether it's first thing in the morning, in the middle of the afternoon, in the evening after you finish work, you just have to find that trigger that's going to prompt that daily ritual, and over time, that will start to become automatic. And the last part I want to talk about learning a new language is why I'm doing this in the first place. The bigger takeaway from all of this is that you can apply this to any habit that you're looking to build. And in fact, this type of system, having a specific trigger, figuring out exactly why I'm doing it, what my North Star is, and then making sure I'm kind of giving myself grace when I don't meet up to my specific goal on a given day, are all things I apply to every habit that I ever build. And the last part of it is just to have fun. No matter what it is you want to do, no matter what the habit you're trying to build is, if you can't find a way to have fun and to make it rewarding, you're never going to be able to stick with that habit. If you don't enjoy the act itself, find a way to reward yourself to make it fun. And I mean genuinely, give yourself a tangible reward. Like if your goal is to wake up an hour earlier, do something that's super fun first thing in the morning. Even if it's not productive, just do something fun to reward yourself for having gotten up. And in this case, learning a new language, it doesn't all have to be just like rote studying of alphabets and grammar and vocabulary, but it can also just be watching things that you enjoy. One of my favorite ways to do this is walk and talk videos where people walk and just use the language in kind of a basic form so that you're learning and processing while also getting to see videos that are fun and that are what you enjoy seeing. So find a way to make your habit fun and it'll stick, regardless of whether that's learning a language or anything else. So I'm very early in my Japanese studying, and there's still quite a ways to go in terms of just getting to even a basic conversational level. But I look back even at the past couple months at the progress I've made. It's definitely tangible and visible. And so I'm encouraged that spread that out over 5-10 years. I'll be in a very different place than I am today. But if I don't make the choice to do this every day, if I don't listen to the habit trigger of my daughter going down for a nap and putting in even 10-15 minutes in a given day, I won't ever get to that point. So this is building brick by brick the skill that I want to learn. That's how to approach any habit you want to add into your life. And hopefully this very basic system of how I'm approaching learning Japanese on a day-to-day and week-to-week basis gives you some idea of how you might start to incorporate new habits into your life.